Hello, YouTube. It's me, CrimsonAsh, back once again. Um, this video, it's not going to be a typical one of my typical kinds of videos. This one is meant solely to pay respect to a member of the YouTube community who has unfortunately and tragically passed away. It was a content creator who I personally have been very fond of and following for a number of years. And while there were signs that this would happen, I never expected the day to actually come where we would get the news that we did. To not beat around the bush so much. The content creator I'm referring to was Desmond Mofa, better known as Etika of the former Etika World Network. Etika was, and keep in mind I've never met him, this is just really the impression you get from viewing his content and being a part of his community. He was larger than life. He always had such a overwhelming energy every time he was on camera. And I feel like he was that way off of camera too, always. Not necessarily, no, he was the wildest person at every function, I can tell you that. But also, probably the one who could make anybody laugh. You know, he was talented and blessed with just that unmistakable energy that just infected everyone around him. If you had a party, the one person you needed to have there to make sure it was an amazing time for everyone, it was probably Etika. That's just really the impression you get from watching his content. And now knowing that we'll never get another piece of content from him, we'll never be able to check his Twitter, see whatever crazy crap he's talking about that day. It's really kind of sobering, I guess is the word you would use. It makes you kind of look around and take stock of your life. And Etika I've been following for a good number of years, probably since about 2013, 2014. And his watching his contents and his streams and stuff have been a constant for me. I mean, no matter what I had going on in my life, I could always rely on an Etika video or stream, put a smile on my face for a little while. And for those of you who don't know what happened, I believe it was October of last year when Etika had his first kind of breakdown, I guess you would say. And basically, ever since then, it would go in a cycle of where he would have a breakdown, create the same old content we knew and loved him for a bit of time, have another breakdown, and it was just a cycle. But with this kind of, I don't want to try to put blame on anybody. I want to make that clear. It was not anybody's fault. It was at the end of the day, Etika's decision. And for those of you who don't know, I'm sure you've gotten the idea by this point, but unfortunately, Desmond Mofa, a few days ago, threw himself off Manhattan Bridge. Um, I know this is hard to watch and it's hard for me to record, but I just think it's an important video to make because someone like Etika comes around once in a lifetime, and when someone like Etika leaves this world, people should take notice. But this last time, I'm sure everyone really thought it was just another one of his breakdowns and he would be okay. and I was hoping he'd be okay. But he posted a very concerning video to his YouTube channel titled "I'm Sorry." It was an apology for all of his breakdowns and how he had scared us and been acting like a clown and all that. And day after, I don't know, I can't remember the whole time frame. It's all been a blur. But they found his belongings on Manhattan Bridge, and then a few days later, his body was recovered, and he was pronounced dead. But I don't want to focus on the negative like that. Instead of mourning this loss, we should really be celebrating the life he had. Because, and anyone from his community can tell you, Etika would slap the crap out of every one of us if he knew we were just sitting around crying. He would want us to keep on keeping on, keep living our life, keep trying to achieve our goals, and most importantly, just having a good time while we do it. So that's what I'm personally going to try to do moving forward. I'm going to focus on the things I care about and make sure to carry a bit of his energy with me. But another reason I wanted to make this video is not just to kind of say goodbye to Etika. I want to stress how important it is to get help if you need it. I don't know how many of you out there will see this video or how many of you are struggling, but if you are, please, please find help. Tell somebody. It can be a family member, it can be a friend, it can be a coworker. Tell someone so you can get the help you need. And then, of course, I'm going to leave a bunch of numbers for the suicide prevention hotline down in the list, in the description of this video. It's really important that we handle that. Mental health is such a complex issue that we all kind of have a little bit of a battle with. I'm sure everyone does, at least at some point in their life. They're either affected by it or someone they love and care about is affected by it. But I just want to take a second to remember one of my fondest memories of Etika. So it was it last year? It was either last year or the year before. I can't remember at what point of our of time this was in. It could have either been late 2017 or early 2018. I'm not too sure. But Etika had a live stream, and I can't remember why, but he got on the topic of how people often want like a quiet, kind of meek woman. He said, was talking about how he would much prefer to be with a strong, independent woman who can handle herself. And he was asking the chat, what they felt about it. And at the time, I was dating a girl named Kendall, and I made the comment in chat that like I said someone strong, hands down. Kendall, I didn't say her name for her anonymity at the time, but um, you know, I said my girlfriend's one of the strongest people I know, and I have so much love and respect for her because of that. And I don't see how he even caught that message, because if you had ever been in one of his streams, his chat was constantly full, just moving. And he stopped for a second and read that out and recognized me. And that was the closest I ever got to having a personal relationship with Etika. But the thing about him is, even if you didn't have a personal relationship with him, if you watched his content all the time, you felt like you did. You felt like he was one of your best friends that you could just hang out with, talk, shoot the crap all day, just whatever. And that's what was a really beautiful thing about him. So now, with someone like that gone, and who has left us behind to kind of pick up the pieces, it actually brought my attention to this really quick because they started in the aftermath of Etika's passing. It was, hold on, I'm gonna have to pull it up because I can't quite remember because I have a horrible memory. I believe it's called Flip a Switch, but I can't remember. Flip a switch. Am I even logged into my Twitter on here? No, I'm not. Okay, I'm gonna have to grab my phone off my bed real quick. Okay, hold on. Because I know I'm signed in on here and I followed the account. Because it's something that I want to call attention to and make sure the word gets out because I can really get behind their message and it's something that I'm going to try to implement into my everyday life. Yeah, okay. The Twitter is flip the switch at FTS change. And their bio is flip the switch, be a light in your community. Now I want to get back to their initial post that was kind of like a mission statement type of thing. Hold on. Okay, so Flip the Switch was founded on a goal to encourage others to be a light in their communities and everywhere they go. We want to show others that even in the darkness, there's always a light shining. All of the proceeds earned from the merchandise will be donated directly to NAMI, the National Alliance on Mental Illness, in hopes to help all those struggling and in need. We also want to learn from Desmond's example and provide a better and safer community for others. Now, I think Flip the Switch is doing a beautiful thing. So please, any one of you, if you can afford it, please, if you will just take a minute to go and donate to the national, I can't even remember the National Alliance on Mental Illness. I know this is weird, me, a small creator, asking for your support like this, but I think it's important. I think if we all band together and chip in, we can really help save some people. And I think that's the best thing we can do now. I don't really have much else to say past all that. Aside from Etika, I never got to meet you, but I love you, man. You were crazy, you were wild, you were so much fun. I hope you found the peace you were looking for. And I hope you're flying high. I hope you still playing that Nintendo Switch wherever you end up. And I hope you be playing Breath of the Wild 2 when it comes out. I'll find a way. I'll go to the memorial that's been set up for you and I'll leave a copy of Breath of the Wild 2 whenever it comes out. Because I know you don't want to miss that stuff. I know you don't. Crazy, man. It's hard to believe that you're really gone, but I don't think there was anything any of us could have done at that point, you know? So the best we can do and the best we can ask for is to carry on your legacy and try to be a light in the community. Make sure we help people, make sure we give people the opportunity to laugh because that's what matters the most, honestly. That's why I want to do YouTube so passionately, is because I know how much one good laugh can help you on a hard day. I think Etika did too. So that's why I'm going to keep on with my content. I know it's not the best, but that's why I'm going to keep on. And if Etika inspired you in any way, go out there, do something creative, dedicated to, helping people and help yourself too. You don't have to be excluded from this. And that's where I guess I'll end it for today. And I know if you watch my channel, you know I don't curse in videos. But I don't know. I'm gonna think about this for a second. I don't know. Hold on. I'm gonna ask advice from a friend real quick. Hold on. Yeah, you know what? I'm gonna do it. Should I? Okay. Listen. Going to do something that I don't typically do. Oh, moth, get off of me. Trying to make a series. Hold on, I'm gonna have to pause the recording for just 1 second. Okay, so I made the decision. I know I don't cuss in my videos, but I'm gonna make the exception just one time for you, Etika. So without further ado, in the words of Desmond Demofa, take care of yourselves, and of course, as always, have yourselves a damn good one. I gotta get out of here. Bye, y'all.